It took only 2 seconds for Dawn Thompson to total her car. But it's going to take rescue workers 2 hours to free her from the mass of twisted metal.
I was just trying to unbuckle my seatbelt and trying to get out of the car, and I just didn't understand why I couldn't.
The freshman college student was merging into traffic on Los Angeles' notoriously busy 405 freeway when a semi cut her off. She swerved to avoid it and was soon flipping, landing sideways with her roof curled around this utility pole in what rescue workers call a steel sandwich. Within minutes, the Long Beach Fire Department is on the scene. They're amazed to find her in one piece, let alone alive.
I've never seen a car with a frame that banana.
I felt a lot of pain. I don't really remember exactly what hurt at the time, but I just remember being in a lot of pain and just wanting to get out of the car and go home.
Rescuers quickly realize it will not be that simple.
When help finally arrived, I was just trying to realize why it was taking them so long to get me out of the car.
The force of the impact has knocked the utility pole off its foundation. Before they can do anything else, firefighters have to secure the pole by strapping it to the truck ladder. After stabilizing the car with winches and wire, the rescuers realize that Dawn may be worse off than they originally thought. Her leg's been crushed, and any wrong movement could sever it completely.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Paramedic Jay Schaefer holds the injured student in his arms as the crew calls for medical backup. A doctor may be needed to surgically remove Dawn from the wreckage.
Go truck, back it up. Get a doctor come in to the armrest.
Schaefer knows how anxious Dawn is to be freed. He also knows how crucial it is to remain calm. If she panics, she could force the amputation.
The rescue workers told me to stay relaxed and stay calm, and that they would get me out as soon as they could.
Dr. Stephen Shea arrives on the scene from a nearby hospital. He's quickly briefed on the victim's status.
Looks like you probably got a crush syndrome going on.
The diagnosis is severe. Crush syndrome is a state of shock that releases deadening chemicals into a traumatized area. Release the pressure, and the chemicals could flow straight to the heart, with deadly consequences. To counteract this, the victim is given antitoxins and morphine. Dawn has now been stuck inside the car for over an hour and a half. Only now is it safe enough for rescuers to attempt moving the vehicle.
That's what we want to do. We're going to move it upright.
With wires and chains stabilizing the chassis from both sides, the car is gently righted. It's an agonizingly slow process, lowering the vehicle back onto its wheels. But with the victim's leg and life still hanging in the balance, it's one that firefighters don't dare rush. The damage to the car becomes more visible, and it is the worst wreck many of these veteran rescue workers have ever seen. Through it all, one paramedic stays confident and calm.
Jay Schaefer has sat with me in the car and just talked me through the whole thing and just reassured me that I was going to be okay.
It's an act that's hard to maintain, especially when the full extent of the damage becomes visible. Firefighters move quickly to cut away the steel door. Finally, Dawn is extricated from the vehicle. She's rushed away for immediate treatment. Incredibly, doctors will soon find that her greatest injury is a broken thigh bone. The patience and precision of her rescue crew have saved her leg. Dawn knows much of the credit for her physical well-being goes to the man who took care of her emotional well-being throughout her ordeal.
Jay Schaefer is one of the most wonderful men, and he helped me, and I love him, and that's all.
Join us in applause now as we recognize these incredible heroes.
Dr. Shea and Jay Schaefer were later honored for their valiance in Dawn's hour of need. Dawn realizes it took a crew of 45 to pull her out of this mess, but it only took one to pull her through it.